Well, to the locals, it's still and will always be Heinz Field. But for the rest of us, we're along the north shore of the Allegheny and Ohio rivers at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Straight ahead, it's an AFC intra-conference contest between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Tyler Loop is out and about ready to send this one away. And we're underway from Pittsburgh. Dante Kent with a return. Making some progress here. And he showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40.
Special teams always play an important role in ball games, and it does right here from the jump. That's going to give the offense terrific field position for this opening drive.
Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Shotgun snap here to Howard. Taking a shot deep here. It is caught at the 20. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it first and goal from the 8.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it. Trying an inside give to Ward. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. An 8-yard pickup, and now it's second and goal.
Give some credit to this offense. They almost got it done on just one play running the ball in. I got to be honest, the first down run often leads to second down pass, but I don't think so now. Now you push that pile, go finish this drive.
Johnson, and he's in for the touchdown. The Steelers take a 6-0 lead right away. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. First down, and they go right back to it. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
It's inside the 10. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
To number 80.
The Ravens finish off their opening drive. It is Tyler Luke now on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Ravens respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Kent on the return. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 33.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger, 19, go.
He'll start the drive with Warren. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Head to 60, head to 60. Take go.
Out of the gun, Howard. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I can promise you that is a throw, and it's a quarterback when it leaves your hands. You do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB could cut off and take the other way.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Cougar 19. Play.
Here he goes, third and long. Forced out to his right. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to fourth down. The Steelers set to punt it. Corliss Waitman will kick it away. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And that kick a little too well struck. He drives it into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. A designed run. Jackson keeping it. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Derek Harmon, the former Oregon Duck, making that stop.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts, a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8. Lamar now from the gun. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A gain of 15 there. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
A gain of 15. First down, Ravens.
Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. Headed out right. He takes it himself. And Lamar doing what he does oh so often, Brock. Sliding in safe after picking up the first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First and 10 from the 32. Motioning left is their running back. First down, here's Lamar. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Kyle Tucker makes the play. And the Steelers are going to have it after his second interception of the season. And just like that, a really good drive is taken away with an INT.
Sure was a lot of promise on that series, right? That's a small silver lining for them at the very least, but probably won't be much comfort now. And it's going to feel even worse when this quarterback watches the tape tomorrow.
And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone in the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go. 65 back. 19 Tiger. Buffalo 18.
Operating from the gun. Here's Howard. Trying for the deep ball. Oh, intended for Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Ravens take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Their first pick of the game comes at an awfully big moment. Really, it just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Mitchell gets it from the gun. And some excellent work to drive them all the way out past the 30-yard line. A gain of 26 yards there. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
First down. A gain of 26 yards. And the Ravens
Send the tight end in motion. Read option on first down. He's going to keep it. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. Might want to leave that call in the old college game, Brock. We love seeing that, right? We both cover college, too. But probably a reason you don't see NFL offenses running that.
Yeah, the college kids are making some money these days, but not as much as these pros. And there's a reason that you protect that most important asset.
Jackson throwing here. For big yards on the right side. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that gain. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Both teams neck and neck so far. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Back at beginning of second quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be marked down about 4 yards away from that first down marker.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. This one's set up for Lamar. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stop just a little bit shy of the marker.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Mitchell takes it straight ahead. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs, in fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Okay, that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in my double digits. and they nearly got it there.
They managed a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete.
That is somebody it's tough to truly overthrow, but it can happen. I don't know what he was thinking, Kate. I'm going to put this in the spot where only my guy gets it. Problem was, that spot was even too high for him.
On 4th now, on comes Tyler Luke, going to try this field goal for the Ravens. A very short kick here from the right hash. Luke knocks it through, and that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Kent on the return. Making some progress here. And he gets him into a good spot. Just a yard or two shy of the 40-yard line.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They give to Johnson to start this drive. He brushed him off with ease. Breaks through and breaks away. 30! And they are all the way into that red zone.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
Going to the ground again on 1st. That's some decent running there. Gets him 4. It's going to be 2nd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Warren running between the tackles. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
On 3rd down, here's Johnson. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 2nd quarter lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Motion man is the tight end. He's going left. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Chased out to his right. He's running with it. And this is taken ahead to the 37. Stopped by someone who began as a star for these Ravens. Now a rival, Patrick Queen.
The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. He completes it in traffic. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Just just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Second and a yard at the Steelers' 45-yard line.
Mitchell up the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. You have that call you had ready, though? You can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
13. Sit hard. Return it.
Here's Lamar. Escapes the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
More.
And drawn up here for Lamar. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
He has the first over the middle. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On 1st down, Jackson. Rolling left, buying some time. And there's that slide at the end, Brock. Good decision-making there as he picks up close to 8 on that run.
Dude, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But Annette's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Has it down close. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get some late points and the lead. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. An extra point is up and through by Luke. And the Ravens push their lead to 3.
17. Steelers 14. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Wilson with a return here. He's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stopped. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
It's Johnson on 2nd down. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
On play action, here's Howard. On him quick, and they bring him down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or 2.
Things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on 2nd down. Howard now to throw. Complete to DK Metcalf. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Let's go now.
They'll go play action. Howard. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
The only move this offense is making is toward the line, Brock. They're going for it, 4th and 3. Fourth down, pass coming. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Running right with Mitchell. Still has some space inside the 35. And there's not going to be a score, but great effort. He's out of bounds inside the 10. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
Coming off that carry, I'd go right back to him. Not a hotter hand on the field right now. Get that man the rock.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal.
180. What? 180.
Working inside the red zone. Thinking touchdown here, but they cannot connect. And that's going to send them back to the line for 2nd and goal.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a 3rd one's coming at some point. We know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
Needed a lot more to reach the landing zone, so the drive going to start at their own 40-yard line. Excellent field position for them here after the kickoff lands short. Here comes the final play of our first half.
Let's go.
On the ground with Warren. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Now Boswell on to send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Ravens in very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Handoff here to Mitchell. Now even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Here's Mitchell again. He's going to get this to the opposing 41. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Again, this is Mitchell. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Kyle Duggar holding him down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Here's Mitchell. Much better job keeping him contained this time. He's going to be marked down right near the line of scrimmage.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play. Whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
They'll run now on second down. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up third down. Now, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Five DBs out there for the Steelers. Third down.
180! 180! Return. 180!
Third and long for him here. Right side and into the hands of Bateman. And they get stuffed. He is knocked backwards on the play. That makes it fourth down.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on third down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
Luke knocks it through. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Kent on the return. You're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. On the ground again with Johnson. And he'll get it up to the 44. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have the key on the run.
And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
On second down, Warren. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Caught into the hands of Freiermuth. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. So 20 yards on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Cowboy 80.
Throwing off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack draws him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this second down.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against the defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
Come on. Trap 60. Bravo 80. Go.
Out of the gun, Howard. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
That's a pro's pro right there. That is one heck of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get both feet down.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
From the red zone now. Throw is caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Shotgun snap here to Howard. Ravens get him. Down he goes. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
It's double-edged sword. I totally understand. These quarterbacks today are so athletic, and they love to keep plays alive, but it can turn smaller losses into much bigger setbacks like we see yet again.
Howard now, 3rd and long. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
For the field goal, a 34-yard attempt.
Boswell able to knock it through. And it's back to a one-score game now. The deficit is 6.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha, shot. 180.
Running out of the gun with Mitchell. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. This one left for Lamar. Massive hit! The ball is out! And it looks like, yes, they say Steeler football.
You could almost feel the eyes of those defenders like saucers. They see a quarterback in the open field, and all they want to do is knock him out. Or in this case, knock the ball loose. Job well done.
This is Warren, headed right. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Open ahead in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Rolling out to his left. And he's hit and dropped. So that's going to bring an end to our 3rd quarter. Him picking himself up after that sack. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Taking a deep shot here. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down. Punt team on the field. Oh, nice punt and a fair catch. Going to stick them at the 7.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. The designed run. Jackson keeping it. Only able to get back to the line on that 1st down play, so no gain.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, QB keeper, It gets 0.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he gets this one up to the 10-yard line.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Middle.
Jackson now on 3rd. It's complete. Play made by Bateman. And they're going to be set up with a first down after a nice gain there as he's down by contact.
And the Baltimore first down. A gain of 18 on the play. And the Ravens.
Mitchell gets it from the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Finds him over the middle. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Caught, nice gain left side. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens make it a 2-possession game here in the 4th. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Kent on the return. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Steelers take over first and 10.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves.
Operating from the gun. Here's Howard. He put everything he had into this one. And he hauls in the interception. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens get the football back at the 19-yard line.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
And this is brought to a stop up at, say, the 34-yard line there. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
A gain of 15.
Mitchell takes it straight ahead. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
When one defender fails, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Lamar off to play fake. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Well, air it out on 3rd. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers have some new life in the 4th.
Kate, I think you can almost sense a little bit of a hesitant spark out there. Nobody is going to get too excited. You're still down 2 scores, but there's a little flash of hope, a little flash of optimism. Their defense just gave the offense by taking the ball away. That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Going again here. Howard buys time, rolling right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Very short. Howard up by 1 out of the backfield. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
And the Steelers, first down. First and 10 at the
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. And he put everything he's got behind it. Caught just shy of the goal line. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers now within 1 score in the 4th. Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Steelers trim the deficit down to 5.
29. Steelers 24. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up first and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap to Jackson. On the move, headed right. He can run it. Now hit, and Jackson loses the ball. And the Steelers get to it. And they're going to give a couple yards back on the return, but I don't think they care much, Brock, because they're going to take over on the fumble.
There are so many fundamental details play the quarterback position, especially in the pocket. But you get loose, you make a nice little run, you get in the open field, you got to have the fundamentals to tuck that ball away. QB doesn't, defender knocks it out. Huge turn of events.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Johnson gets it again on 2nd. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers trailing by 5.
Okay, ready?
1st and 10 from the 43.
Ready? Go!
Here's Johnson again. He picks him up about 4 yards there. 2nd down coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Here we go, set!
It's Johnson on 2nd down. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Here we go, here we go! Cowboy 80! Hut, hut.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they will will be on the verge of a touchdown here, partners. He pushes this down to the 5-yard line. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
It is just so hard, Kate, to get these chunk, explosive runs. But what it does now is it especially sets the table in prime scoring position.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, first and goal. Going power with a big tight end. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
On the ready. Set up. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
Johnson has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
When you get stuff like that on a second down run, the focus kind of shifts from getting a first down to just giving your punter enough room to get the ball out.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolf. Ready.
Here's another fourth. And they're going to say he was short. They held him out, Brock, and now we're going to have to wait and see what they decide to do here on 4th and goal.
Well, these are the moments that I just live for up in the booth, man. What are you going to do as a play caller? You're going to go for it now? You're going to try to slam it in? Well, if so, you better get a whole lot more movement than he did right there.
The Steelers calling their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Hands are tied. Gotta have it on this 4th down.
Let's go now. Take go.
Going for it with Warren. And they turn him away. The defense holds strong, and they get off the field with a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Blown back, it's the handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Dive play straight ahead. They scrape together a few yards, but not much. 3rd down coming up. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building.